I've got 100 things to do. I've eaten rubbish all day because I was out last night and I couldn't prep my meals. And I've had too much coffee because I'm knackered and now my mind won't stop running.
Do you find it hard to say no to people?
No, yes, no, yes, no, yes.
Well, in this video, we're going to learn about why boundaries are so important and how to master the art of saying no. This is going to help you to focus on and achieve your goals instead of constantly feeling held back and compromised. Hi, I'm Jamie Moran, co-founder of Body Smart Fitness. Now, we are a team of women's weight loss experts, and to date, we've helped over 3,000 women transform their health, fitness, and nutrition. On average, most of our clients lose 5 to 10 pounds a month and keep it off for good. So let's start with the basics. What are boundaries? Setting boundaries is the practice of asserting personal values to protect them against having them violated. For example, establishing yourself as not a couch person if you don't want to slob around with your partner all day, or making it clear that you don't want takeaways every night so you can feel healthier. So my question to you is, do you know what your boundaries are?
Boundaries? This is no end. Boundaries.
Because it's going to be pretty tough to communicate your boundaries if you're not clear on them yourself. And sometimes you don't know what boundary you want to set until someone oversteps it. Think about situations that make you feel unhappy or interactions that go against your values. Use these experiences as guidance of how you want people to treat you going forward. Once you're clear on how you want to be treated, it's important to communicate, reiterate, and uphold your boundaries to others and to yourself. This leads me on to something that a lot of people are resistant to. It's a small but powerful word that many of us struggle using. 2 little letters that some of us could benefit from saying more often.
No! No! No!
From a young age, we associate the word no with rejection and disappointment. As children, no is the word that stops us from having fun. No angers, upsets, and confuses us. No means bad, or so we thought. Let me explain why we need to let go of this understanding of no and how we can transform this important word into a tool for establishing boundaries. If you find it impossible to say no to people, then the chances are you'll end up spending time doing things you don't really want to do just to please others. And that means you're living your life for people around you, not for yourself, which is a surefire way to end up miserable.
Ugh, I want to go home.
Think about it like this. When you start saying no to others, you start saying yes to yourself. No to that evening party or drinks, and yes to a headache-free morning. No to working through your lunch break, and yes to feeling rested and nourished. No to chores that can wait, and yes to prioritizing your workouts.
Oh, now we're getting somewhere.
Making friends with the word no is liberating, but it can be really uncomfortable at first. When you're not used to asserting your boundaries, the thought of rejecting others can be paralyzing. So here are a few things to remember when facing the initial discomfort of boundary setting. You don't have to please everyone. Don't feel like you need to skip a workout in order to give your time to someone else. Other people's feelings aren't your responsibility, so focus on what's going to work best for you. Start off small and get braver over time. Practice rejecting the little things like a last-minute invite to brunch. Then, in time, saying no will get easier in tough scenarios like when your boss tells you to work late. You can say no nicely. Declining an offer doesn't have to be an unpleasant interaction. There are ways to say no in a polite manner, even with gratitude. A simple, no thank you, I can't right now, but I really appreciate you asking, is a great way to kindly say no. Short-term stress can mitigate long-term stress. Just think, the endless stress of always being stuck in scenarios that take you away from your values and goals is far worse than the fleeting stress of saying no. Remember, it gets easier. And I know it's tricky at first, but change is difficult. And you can't become a more fulfilled person without some growing pains. Powering through the initial tough phase will help you set healthy habits that you're gonna want in your life going forward. If you ignore the inner need to say no, then I promise you, you're gonna end up drained, lost, and miserable. And nobody wants that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
If you're struggling with your health, fitness, and wellness, and you're not setting firm boundaries, then this is almost gonna make it impossible to focus on them. Now, before you go putting all of this into practice, remember, there's nothing wrong with you if you struggle with boundaries. This is an issue that affects everyone. And finding it difficult doesn't make you a failure. So start small and then keep persevering. The more you eliminate the things in your life that don't serve you, whether that's a diet, a person, a job, an obligation, or a lifestyle, the easier it will become to live a healthier life with boundaries.
It's like super wholesome.
I want to hear about your experiences with setting boundaries and mastering the art of saying no. So drop a comment below to share your stories. And if you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to like and subscribe. It really does help us out.